I'm pretty sure I grabbed your attention right off the bat because of this video title, right? And I want you to understand that you are watching this video for a reason, so I want your undivided attention right now. I don't want you to be scrolling on other videos. I don't want you to be looking at the comment sections. I don't want you to do other things. And I want you to understand you're watching this video for a reason because you want to learn how to get your attention span back. You want to increase the levels. You want to become someone better. You want to develop your character. You want to change your life because you're tired of constantly numbing yourself. You're tired of constantly going through a shitty life. You're tired of constantly doing the exact same bullshit that aren't getting you results. You're tired of scrolling on social media. You're tired of being a loser. You're tired of being a person who's not being present with your loved ones. And I want you to know it's okay because you're watching this video, and it's very simple. Let's talk about exactly how you need to break your addiction. And I'll be explaining the system because it's very easy to apply to your life. So you gotta understand, if you're constantly watching inappropriate content, playing video games, scrolling on social media for hours, listen, the fact that I said hours is already bad, right? If you're doing this for more than 1 to 2 hours without having intention, then you're actually wasting your life. You're wasting your energy. You're wasting your time. And you know time goes by like this. You know time is ticking. You know the years are going by fast. You know the days are going by fast, right? But what's really stopping you? You know what's really stopping you? It's your attention span. You're trying to learn how to get better attention span, right? You want to improve that. So the easiest way to break that addiction is the next couple of days is focus on literally spending X amount of time, let's just say 8 to 16 hours of time doing that one addiction. For example, if you're scrolling on social media for hours, I want you to be able to do that for 8 to 16 hours for the next couple of days. Numb your brain. I want you to learn to feel the pain of being a loser. I want you to realize how fucking annoying it is to have a shitty life, okay? I want you to get fired up. I want you to freaking be able to take control of your life. I want you to be able to live your best life, okay? I want everyone to freaking win. And the best way to freaking win is when you take control of your life. When you're constantly working on good habits, you're constantly focusing on yourself, you're constantly bettering yourself, you're developing your character. I want you to become compassionate right after this whole addiction. Once you break this addiction, I want you to be compassionate with your developing your character. And once you break that whole addiction, the next step is literally grabbing a notebook, a journal, and asking yourself these questions. Take the time to literally focus on yourself while you're answering these questions. I want you to understand you need to learn how to become present. I want you to be able to speak to strangers. I want you to be able to maintain healthy conversations with anyone in life, right? Because a lot of people are constantly on their phones. A lot of people are constantly going through these cheap dopamine holes, constantly going through cheap instant gratification activities to numb themselves, to feel better. You got to understand, humans are wired for comfort, but that's not the best thing. If you want a good lifestyle, if you want a good life in the future, you need to put yourself in uncomfortable positions. You need to learn. You need to challenge yourself. You need to focus on delaying gratification. But right off the bat, you need to understand, you need to ask yourself these questions. Where do you want to be in the next couple of years? For example, where do you want to be in the next 5 years? Where do you want to be in the next 10 to 20 years? What are you striving for right now? What are your morals? What are your values? What are your ethics? What do you stand for? What do you want in the next couple of years? Like truly, like what type of lifestyle do you want? You got to learn how to vision yourself in the next couple of years. A lot of people need to learn how to visualize things, right? And it's important to visualize things because it helps you to go after your goals. And after when you ask certain questions, like you have to ask important questions like, who do you want to surround yourself with? What type of career do you want? What do you want to do for the rest of your life? Do you want to impact people? Do you want to take care of your family? Do you want to get married in the next couple of years? These questions are very important to ask, right? Because once you break the addiction, you need to learn how to restructure your life. You need to learn how to implement healthy habits. You can't be going through the same cheap dopamine hole, this constant loop of this cheap dopamine or instant gratification activities, because you know it's not satisfying at all. It's ruining your whole life. You're feeling the pain because you're watching this video. You want to take control of that attention span, right? And here's something scary. You're letting technology take advantage of you. You're not utilizing technology to your advantage. And these social media platforms are profiting off your attention. And that's the scary part. They're profiting off your attention. They don't really care about your attention span. So I want you to understand that the reason that these social media platforms are profiting off your attention should be a fucking reason to change your life, right? Instead of consuming so much, why don't you create something beautiful? Why don't you express yourself authentically? There's so much to do. Learn to restructure life, right? And once you restructure your life, I want you to create goals. Monthly goals, weekly goals, yearly goals, decade-long goals. Because once you have goals that excite you, you'll start to challenge yourself more. You'll start to move towards the right direction, right? And you gotta understand, don't create these mundane goals. If it doesn't excite you, what's the point of creating these goals? It's so easy to create goals. You know those people who create those goals at the beginning of the year but never stick to it? Don't be like those people right now. Even though it's not the beginning of the year, just create goals that excite you so you can move towards achieving the best life you ever can, right? And dude, there's so much to it. You gotta learn how to read these books too. Read The Power of Now, read The Untethered Soul, read The Psycho-Cybernetics, read How to Win Friends and Influence People. There's a couple more books, but I want you to focus on becoming present. I want you to focus on gaining back your attention span. I want you to focus on gaining a new social circle where people will support you, where people will help you to move towards your goals. You need to surround yourself with people who truly care about you, okay? The people the people you're with right now aren't truly helping you, because clearly you're not winning. Clearly you don't want to be where you're at right now because you're watching this video. Learn to take control of your life. I want more people to become compassionate about self-development. I want more people to become compassionate about developing their character, becoming the best versions of themselves, aligning themselves with their highest version of themselves. And I want more people to focus on becoming present, because I want people to literally spend less time on their phones and focus more on socializing with strangers, because this could lead to new opportunities. This could lead to new beautiful experiences. I just want everyone to focus on themselves, to improve themselves, to live their best life. Learn to take control of your life. Just remember to take it easy and everything will be fine.